DCMiketv.com right here with looking to make his pro debut from Virginia. We have here Jeffrey YU. Jeffrey, nice to meet you, brother. How you doing?
Hey, Mike, it's good to meet. Yeah, man, I've been a fan of yours. I've seen some of your interviews and some of your work before, so. Jeffrey YU, the fly. Man, it's good to be speaking with you, man. I'm just really excited. Like you said, I'm about to make my pro debut, and, I'm ready to go. This whole card got pushed back from last month to August 5th, so we've had all this extra time to prepare, and I didn't waste it. I definitely want to put on a show for everybody that shows out, especially for my debut. I want to just show everybody what I got.
All right, good to hear, good to hear. But before we get to your fight, for those out there, for those casual boxing fans and for the boxing fans that don't know who Jeffrey YU is, from the looks of your picture, you look Asian, but obviously you have an American accent. Can you talk about, where your parents are from, where your grandparents are from, and also, your amateur background?
Yeah, for sure, Mike. Exactly what you said. I'm a proud Asian American, specifically Taiwanese American, first generation. Both my parents, my dad grew up in the Hong Kong area. My mom grew up in Taiwan. They came over here with their family a long time ago, and I was born and raised in the States, born and raised right around the DC area. So, I love this place, and it's been a part of me for a long time. In terms of my amateur career, I'd spent the longest time looking for an old school gym and trying to get into the game and trying to compete until I found Coach Gustavo Abel in 2018. And ever since then, we've been competing, we've been racking up the wins. I have a record of about 20 to 30 fights total, about 4 or 5 losses, won the Golden Gloves 2 times. And, once I got started, I did not want to stop. I wanted to compete for the longest time. So once I found that coach, I wanted to go all in, and I wanted to keep competing as much as possible. So it's been a long time coming.
Okay, 2-time Golden Glove champion. All right, that's good stuff. So, obviously you have a big fight coming up. It's your pro debut next week, August 5th, which is a Friday. You'll be fighting on Side Nation Sports. The promoter is Corey Sanders. For those who don't know, Side Nation Sports next Friday. Can you talk about your opponent? How training camp has been, and how excited and what the fans can expect from you at your pro debut next Friday?
Fireworks, man. That's what can be expected. Fireworks. Man, the number one thing I want to do in my amateur career, in my pro career, I want to put on a show. I already know I can fight. I love fighting. That's the fun part. But I want to make sure that everyone that pays, everyone that shows up, they get what they paid for. And I definitely want to put on a show for everybody. In terms of preparation, man, it's definitely been a different change in mentality going from amateur to pro. It took me a little while, but we had all this time since the last time I competed till now to get the mind right and to really set up for the professionals. I got to thank Corey again for even having me on his card, on his show, August 5th. He's been a great guy to work with and a great promoter. My opponent, it's been a funny story because, coming from the amateurs, I got the mindset of, anyone, anywhere, anytime, one of those type of things. Just to fight, man, it's fun. I love it. So once you get into the pros and people start, navigating the careers, picking and choosing their fights, declining fights, it was a lot to learn, but, it all makes sense. It's a business. At the end of the day, though, like I said, I just want to entertain. So we found a guy after a couple different opponents. We found a guy out of Maryland. He's also making his debut as well. I haven't seen too much footage on him or anything out there, but all I know is that he's a shorter guy, stockier guy. So I'm expecting overhands. I'm expecting pressure. But at this point, I gotta say, just based on my training, how ready I feel, the people I spar against, the pros I spar against, man, I feel very ready. And once Corey announced that knockout of the night bonus, it was a lock. That's when everything was really dialed in. So I've been ready since July 2nd. I'm even more ready now, and I can't wait for it.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. And for the boxing fans out there that don't know, what weight class will you be competing at?
Yeah, fans can expect to see the Fly competing at the featherweight division. That's 126 pounds this time around. Really, we're looking to take control of the featherweight and the lightweight divisions. So anywhere from 126 to 135, I feel really good to go. And I gotta shout out my Asian metabolism, those Asian genes. Making weight's no problem for me, so weight comes right off.
All right, that's good to hear. All right, Jeffrey, anything else you want the fans and the viewers to know out there? If anybody else still wants to purchase tickets to come see you fight next Friday?
Yes, sir. I want them to know that there's only a few tickets left. So if they're even thinking about making it out there, you got to buy your tickets now. You only got a week left. It's going to be a night of explosive fights. And I want them to remember the name The Fly, because you're going to see it a lot more in some DMV fights. You're going to see me in a lot more places. And again, that knockout of the night, it's a lock. It's a lock. Everybody on that card is going to throw some bombs. So you cannot miss it. And then also to everyone who's already bought the tickets, just come ready for a show. Come ready to be excited. Come hype. I want to hear you in the crowd. And also to you, Mike, I want to appreciate everything and your time today. So I appreciate this all. Thank you, everybody.
No problem. Thank you, Jeffrey. And I'll see you next Friday.